Hey guys, Russ here from the NDC at the Supermoon house. Super excited to be coming to you guys live and direct today, interviewing an amazing guest. So for the people that are out there that don't know who you are, can you talk to them? Who are you?
Yeah, my name is Scott, all the way from Seoul, Korea. Nice to meet you all. This is my first time actually attending Consensus, and thank you for providing such a great opportunity to, share experiences with Supermoon. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, super glad and super excited to have you here, as I think that the audience is in for a real treat. And so talk to them today, Scott. Like, you're from Korea, and what are you doing over there?
Yeah, we just launched regional hubs called the Near Korea Hub last year around November. And right after we launched, we actually had an event called the G-Star. It's one of the biggest gaming conferences in Asia. And so what we are doing is we're trying to make sure we are onboarding a lot of good gaming companies, entertainment, some of the projects that have users, basically Web2 companies onto Web3, onto Near, basically. So our focus has been more about B2B from day one. And so we've been able to, make some partnership with Kakao Games. We made, there are a couple other sort of AAA gaming studios we are talking to, and they are here. That's why I came, right? To make sure we are closing the deal. We're actually shifting our gears from gaming to entertainment. So we are now talking to like Hive, the BTS, New Jeans. We are talking to Hive Entertainment. They have a joint venture. They have a joint venture wallet called Levels with the Dunamu, which is one of the biggest central exchanges in Korea. They are here. So I'm actually having a lot of meetings with Murray, their team. Funny thing is, a lot of traditional, big corporations from Korea, they're all here.
Wow, that's very interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that.
All right.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. As some of your focal points are building B2B, right? So how are you explaining the benefits of blockchain, of decentralization? How are you selling it to these companies?
Yeah. So what I'm selling is actually the users are very familiar with, if you're the game, player, they are very used to, familiar with, trading their, items. They already bought like the game tokens and what I'm pitching to all these gaming companies is like, look, you guys are paying 30% of your cut to like, Google or Apple. I mean, you guys are basically kind of getting ripped off, right? So what I'm saying is you got to be able to control with the users, and you got to be able to give the users the ownership. You got to be able to take the control of the data. And it's all yours, right? Your IP, but you're rather paying them 30% of your revenue.
Right, so, back sovereignty over users' data.
Exactly. So I think that's the first pitch I'm always talking to gaming companies. And the entertainment, I think the Generation Zs are more familiar with the mobile. They're not gonna, buy the photo cards anymore, the physical ones. They're gonna, buy the NFT. So my pitch is, you gotta be shifting your user target audience from like, Web2 to Web3, right. and then your audience is Z. And then basically they're very familiar with this, blockchain, all these cryptos, NFTs. So you gotta, make sure you're not missing out, right?
Well, let me ask you this: as you make the transition into entertainment companies, what benefit do you see blockchain, Web3 being able to provide the end user?
I think it's a community. You could definitely create like a token-gated community. Whether you like this artist or that artist, you can communicate with your fandoms. There used to be, some of the, offline meetups or some of the fan meetups, but, that doesn't happen anymore. And so basically with this Web3 and NFT features, you can basically create a strong community, right, behind the fandom. So I think that's a great part.
Token-gated communities are such a huge thing. We see a lot of adoption. We see it as an opportunity for brands, influencers, athletes to be able to have a direct connection to their communities, which I think is super huge. Now let's transition into why Near. What made you guys want to use Near as a blockchain? What were some of the things that you guys were looking for?
Yeah. The great thing about the Near is, they want to make sure they want to remove all the barriers, hurdles, anything that transitioning from Web2 to Web3. So I really like the approach of having human readable address, and our function keys. You don't have to, it's like, you don't have to have our private keys. And when you're actually servicing games, like it's very dangerous to kind of delegate your private keys to the companies or to other users. So definitely want to see more use cases of using the near features with the boss coming. So I think I want to make sure that is coming from Korea. I want to make sure all the users are using it, without them even knowing, oh, I'm using like the boss, right? Oh, this was the boss, right? So that's all my approach. You don't have to understand all this, the shardings or, the difficult stuff, all the different terms, like difficult terms. All you got to just do is to bring users, right? Make sure they're making sure the users are feeling that, oh, this is a high quality service, right?
I love it. And Near is the boss if you didn't know. So as we wrap up, I would just love for you to share maybe one fun experience or one funny story of onboarding community and just your journey in Web3 for the people.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people think that we are just focused on gaming, but we want to make sure we have a well balanced gaming projects as well as entertainment, as well as the big corporations and the small projects as well. I want to make sure the users feel utilities, right? When they have NFTs or tokens, I want to make sure they're satisfied with this real utilities in real life. So basically, I want to see more about mainstream adoption coming from Korea. I want to make sure Near is well represented, well used throughout the Web3 community in Korea. The funny story is Near means kind of close, right? So we are basically saying we are close to all the projects, all the users. That's where we are pitching when we are introducing Near.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Well, we appreciate you for your time. Super excited to continue to see you build in the Near ecosystem, and see you guys soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you.